All right, you're up.
All right. Hey guys, how's it going? For those of you who don't know me, I'm Robert Grievous-Land from the New York Fathers' Rights Movement, and we're going live on Essential Tastes tonight with Kangol Kid.
How you guys doing? How you guys doing? Yo, Rob, thank you for having me. Thank you for this movement supporting, you know, my cause, my situation.
Well, give people a little history about yourself. Those of you who don't know Kangol Kid, let's see what the man has to say.
All right. Well, I am a member of one of the first nationally recognized rap groups. The group is called UTFO, made popular by a song in the mid-'80s called Roxanne, Roxanne. So don't know if you remember that or not. You go right ahead and Google it. But that's where the career started. Actually, I was dancing for a rap group called Houdini. Before that, you know, Freaks Come Out at Night. So again, do your homework on that. That's me in their video.
You'll enjoy it. Trust me. A lot of us are watching it, so we can't get enough of it.
Yeah, man. That's me and my Jerry curls in red dancing. And so the career started back then. I went on to becoming a songwriter, a music producer, choreographer. You name it, I've done it in this entertainment business. And then there's a lot of firsts that I accomplished. With my name being Kangol Kid, I took on the name from wearing the Kangol hat. And the company, when I first took on the name, became popular. They threatened to sue me for using the name. They realized that every city I performed in, their sales went up. So they offered me a product endorsement deal, which made me hip-hop's first product endorsed artist. So many firsts. First Haitian in hip-hop music, so many firsts. But out of all these hats that I've worn, my most accomplished hat, the hat that I'm most proud of, is my daddy hat, my father hat. I have 4 children in total, 3 boys, and they're grown men. And a few years ago, I had my first baby girl. And
what's her name?
Her name is Amancia. We call her Sia. She's incredible. I mean, follow me on Instagram, Yo Kangol, YOKANGOL. You'll see all the videos of this incredible little girl singing, dancing. She's daddy's little girl, like for real, for real. And so I guess that's pretty much my history. I guess that leads into why I'm here.
Yeah.
You know,
now for me, I mean, I came into the Fathers' Rights Movement because a couple of years ago, I ended up going through family court, and to my disbelief, the court was completely biased against me. I wasn't found as being an unfit father, and yet I had to spend all the money that I worked for to hire a lawyer just to be able to see my kid on a weekly basis. So that's where I'm at, but I met Kangol here, and he has a completely different situation.
Totally different situation.
But it just falls right into it. I mean, it just goes to show how deep the bias is when it comes to us as fathers. And I want Kangol on here now to explain it to you guys, and for you guys to comment in, for you guys who have been experiencing the same issues that he's been experiencing.
Well, my issues started almost 4 years ago, in which my lady and I got together. We started our relationship, and you know, as time went on, we had a baby on the way. And I was excited about it. For those that know me, I do everything big. And so I was posting everything you could imagine about my baby girl coming, from when she was, when my lady was 4 months pregnant. I'm posting 5 months, I'm posting 6 months.
Love at first thought.
Yeah, yo, I was just going in, so excited about this. The day that the baby was born, our local news, New York 1, came through with a camera crew and filmed this exciting moment. The following day is when we were discharged and we were all leaving. And again, I'm happy to bring my baby girl home. And I'm told that my name cannot and will not appear on my daughter's birth certificate. I had no idea why.
You're the dad, right?
I'm the dad.
You had sex, you can see.
Hey, to my knowledge,
I
was there through everything, including birth, and told that my name could not be on the birth certificate. The reason why I was told is because my lady is currently married. She did not divorce, or is not officially divorced with her ex, and because of this, my name cannot appear on the birth certificate. Now, what's crazy about that is a child. This is a child. a human being treated like property. All right. I mean, I've heard slavery's gone, and it's not. This is, I'm sorry, a form of, because she is now property of their marital union. Therefore, the dad, I'm not the dad, I'm sorry, the ex-husband has more rights to my daughter than I do. That's the law in New York City and many other states, from what I understand.
Yep.
That's the law. Now, I'm pissed about this law. That's my baby girl. If this truly exists, if there's a law like this, then if the concern exists, then I would suggest a mandatory DNA test. That would correct it. Because protect. I don't know. That's just my suggestion.
It's a good one.
Because what the law does is it makes my daughter and babies like this leave the hospital with a fatherless birth certificate. What did the child do to deserve that?
Yeah. Children deserve both parents.
I'm not MIA. I'm not missing.
Yep.
I am so active and has always been active as a parent. So to have the law strip me of my parental rights, in which I cannot be her legal dad.
Now, how did that progress after? All right. So now, not only were you not on the birth certificate, you're not allowed to be on the birth certificate. Now, what ramifications came from that for the first couple of years of your daughter's life?
One of the most hurtful experiences that I had with this was my lady was enrolling our daughter for daycare, and I couldn't partake in her being enrolled. I was videotaping it because I wanted to document my daughter, going to daycare for the first time.
First day.
But
exciting.
My lady is giving the school, the daycare officials, permission for me to pick up my daughter.
So basically, the people at the daycare had more authority than you.
Yeah. How about
they could sit there and tell
I'm
you,
I'm the
Dad,
one who's supposed to tell who's able to pick up my daughter. I'm the one who's supposed to give permission as to who picks up my daughter. But because I'm a victim of this, I have to sit there and watch the legal parent, which is her mom, enroll my daughter, and I'm sitting on the sideline.
Now, just to be straight, you're together with mom. You've been together with mom.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So there was no issue with mom. It's the law, the state, that got involved and created an issue where there was none to be had in the first place.
That's correct.
Right?
That's correct. So the only option that I was presented was that she would have to get a divorce, and that hasn't happened. And
which is not your problem.
Unfortunately, it has become.
Yeah.
It has become my problem.
That's between a person and the relationship they were in with prior to. That's between the two of them. They got to hash that out. It shouldn't have anything to do with an innocent child or the father of the child.
Unfortunately, it does.
Yeah.
And so here I am dealing with this, in which I reached out to you guys. Dante made that happen. Dante introduced me to Michael.
Yep.
And,
Mike Brown's the assistant regional manager.
Yes,
in the
Michael,
Northeast.
thank you, Michael. Well, yeah, I'm going to address actually the options because
we're
at the time,
there.
we're getting there. 'Cause at the time, the only option that was shared with me and my lady was a divorce. Was the only option. So after Dante introduced me to Mike and Mike introduced me to you, you guys gave me direction as to a form that exists that I can petition to have my lady and her current husband come to the court.
And it shouldn't be needed, but it's the only thing we have, right? And you just have to play ball until things get fixed.
So May 28th, I will be going to court, and my lady is absolutely going to be there. Still in the process of serving her husband. I hope he attends, because it's inevitable. What's so crazy about this law? So if my lady chose to address him to pay child support for my daughter, he would have to pay child support for my daughter.
Yeah.
That's how crazy the law
Isn't that
is.
something?
If she
Isn't that
decided to go
something?
that route,
Meanwhile, that whole child support thing is for the parents that don't want to be there, right? Meanwhile, dad's been there from birth, but he's just the wrong dad because we don't have him on the proper paperwork because we
Right.
got to get a blood sample from him before we can have that.
So
even
the-
though he's been
right.
dad for the last 3 years.
So the law is determining who the dad of my daughter is.
Yep.
And that's unfortunate, that's wrong. I can't say how much it's wrong. God forbid my lady passed away. Do you understand what kind of BS I would have to go through
Yeah.
to fight this dude for my daughter?
Right. Now, as it stands now, though, do you feel like there's going to be any fight when you go into court?
I don't predict any, but I've become the individual that believes it when I see it.
Right.
So I want to believe that everyone will be in court, everyone will speak the truth,
Yep.
and the people of the courts have shared with me that once everyone states that what I'm presenting is correct, the judgment will go to the Board of Health and my name will appear on a birth certificate. My goal, my wish, is to celebrate Father's Day with my almost 4-year-old daughter for the first time as her legal father. That's my wish. So I hope everyone plays ball and does their part so that that can happen. If it doesn't happen, trust me, I'm going to go in for round 2. We're going to make this happen, and I'll just have to celebrate Father's Day with her as my legal daughter next year.
Yep.
But
And you know what?
It's inevitable, and it's unfortunate.
And here's another thing I gotta ask. So a lot of people out there, they feel that men are just so eager to get out of their children's lives and that they just want to get away from paying child support and all this other stuff. Meanwhile, you're in a situation where some other guys actually could be held for child support and all these other things, and you just want all these legal rights regardless of any ramifications that comes with it or could come with it down the road because you're dad, you want to be involved.
It's just weird that I'm fighting for something that's mine.
Right.
You know what I mean? I can't understand that. I can't fathom that.
Well, that's how we all feel. I mean, we're sitting here, we're fighting for our kids, and even if we're on the birth certificate, we're sitting here like, it's my kid. What do you mean that I'm set up for visitation? Like, what are we in prison? Like, you know, that our kids got to come visit us? Like, no, we're mom, we're dad. We just want to be in our children's lives, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I've always been a hands-on parent with all my children.
Now, you had a few boys that you ran through a rough time with, right?
Yes, yes.
You want to explain a little bit? So, Kangel's had a couple of things going on in his life.
Yeah, I mean, with my previous marriage, that went south, and I was left to raise my 3 boys, in which I did, and that was weird to me because I always thought, even back then, that the laws protected the mom, and I was surprised to be in a situation where, after her departure, I was the custodial parent.
Yeah.
And
that's
I
rare.
was receiving it was rare, and I was receiving the child support
Yeah.
to raise the 3 boys.
Yep.
And no one hears of that. Unfortunately, when you think of hip hop, when you think of black men, black dads, the stereotypical view of this is we depart. We're the ones who leaves the family and and breaks up the happy home and do all of this and leave the women to raise the children and so on. And that's not true. I know a lot of single dads that has raised their children, and I didn't know of them until I became one.
Now, did they do just as good a job, or did you do just as good a job as, say, the single mom that you know?
Yes.
Like, there's no real difference there, right?
No, I'm not going to. And the other thing that I would share also with everyone is it's different when it comes to gender of the child. And I've watched this with a few single parents. A dad is needed, especially when there's a boy that you're raising. That boy needs his dad. I've also learned that even the daughters need the dad because they need someone to show them how it is that they're supposed to be treated.
A role model.
A role model.
Yeah. I mean, it's a role model on both ends, but for 2 different reasons.
For 2 different reasons. But for the moms, that have raised their boys alone, I've seen the issues with that.
Yeah.
You know, and
Well, we hear about it every day. It's teen pregnancy,
whole lot
drug
of
addiction,
issues, man.
behavioral problems, all sorts of things that go along with
need
that.
that man or a man present to guide that war. You know, so you know, I mean, you know, you guys may have your views on it. I got mine. We'll, you know, figure all that out. But both absolutely needs to be present.
Yeah, absolutely. That should be priority over child support or any of those other things in my corner. I mean, when you split up, if you can work it out where both parents can be sitting there working, handling the kids, you should have that. That should take precedence.
So, any questions over there? Throw one at her. What is a fatherless birth certificate? Okay, well, I've never known of a fatherless birth certificate.
It's a weird one.
It's weird. So, my daughter's birth certificate, she has my last name. My government last name is Fakir. Her name is Amancia Fakir. So she has my last name. Where it says mother, my lady's name is there. Her name, her birth date, and the city and state that she was born in. Where it says father, asterisk signs, about 7 of them going across where it says father's name. Then where it says father's birthday, more asterisk signs. Where it says date, you know, not date, of birth city where I was born, more asterisk signs. There is no father name on my daughter's birth certificate. What that implies, because she's married, it implies, and it's the law, that her current husband, by law, and her govern my child in terms of parental rights. They have
Marital
parental-
property.
Marital property. She is not a being according to the law. She is their property.
Take that in. I mean, we all know that from one point or from one extent to another, but the children are property, and that's I don't know. For me, that just blows me away. Learning about it,
Man, you have no idea. I mean, look, you're witnessing the calm dude right now having a conversation with you. I've been angry for almost 4 years about this. Angered. All right? So I don't know if you understand that. And I'm angry now because even as I speak, I don't know what's going to happen on the 28th. Got that? Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen on the 28th. Okay? I'm hoping everyone attends and everything goes smoothly. So I promise you, after everything goes smoothly, my anger will diminish from that point on as I move forward with my legal daughter.
So just asking what you're going through is an actual law or because it was a judge's decision?
No, it's an actual law. You can Google it right now. In fact, again, go to my Instagram page, Yo Kangol on Instagram, YOKANGOL, and you'll see it. I took a screenshot of the law and put it up. It's the law.
And you also got to remember, we're going live on the central page, so we got people from Kentucky, Ohio. We're talking about New York. I don't know, or we don't know what the laws are in the other states. You're gonna have to check. If you want to know, we'll definitely help you with that. Just message the page or comment below, and when we're done here, I'll go look it up for you, and I'll get back to you on it.
I've got a question from someone asking
Sure.
what the ex-husband has to say, and if he's just refusing to sign off on it.
I can't speak on his behalf.
Won't know that till
Yeah.
the date.
Yeah, exactly. I cannot speak on his behalf. I mean, it's no secret to anyone who's the biological parents.
Yeah.
You know, but again, you know, sadly, this is a law. I need y'all to understand that. That's why Rob and I are hooking up. That's why we're trying to get this word out. We will. I understand you have something taking place in August. Is it? A
Yeah.
rally in August.
August 17th, 11 a.m. So it's
And-
going to be on a Saturday, Albany rally in front of the state capitol.
And I'm in the fight now. Laws need to change. This is ludicrous. This is stupid. This is inconsiderate. My daughter has a dad. How dare this law take that away from her? This is dumb.
Absolutely.
And again, anger. I'm angry.
And it's completely unnecessary, and it's causing more problems between people that need to be had. Nobody had a problem until the law came and got involved and said, "Oh no, that's not your kid anymore."
You know, again, so my solution,
or at all.
my solution is, again, if this law is designed to protect marriages of sort, or I don't know if it's blow the whistle on the person who cheated. I don't know what exactly the law was designed to do, but in terms of having that child leave the hospital fatherless, in terms of in their birth certificate, then issue a mandatory birth certificate. I'm sorry, DNA test.
Look, if dad is there, mom is there, you can get a DNA test at the hospital.
Right, but I'm saying if they have issues as to we can't put your name on there because you're not the dad, or we don't know if you're the dad because she's married. It's like, I don't care if there was an affair that took place. I'm the dad.
Well, look, I think everybody should get a DNA test, period, regardless of what your situation is.
I'm kind of in agreement with you on that.
And I think it should happen at the hospital the day that birth happens.
I'm in agreement with you on that.
It causes a lot less problems when everybody just knows who's who. And if you're responsible for that child, whatever the case is, you gotta know.
In a world where, again, black men are addressed as one who vacates during pregnancy or raising a child, I was there. You don't understand how much that pisses me off. I was there. I claimed it. I claimed her.
And you know what?
I claimed the status. I said, I'm the dad. And I was robbed of it.
And there's people who don't experience it don't understand it. And it's for everybody that I know. And once you've gone through it, once you've experienced it, all of a sudden it makes a lot more sense. I question everybody when it comes to anybody telling me that dad walked out. Did dad really walk out? Like, why? Give me some concrete proof here of why dad may have walked out, and don't feed me some shit that, well, that's what dads do, that's what black men do, that's what men do, that's what anybody does, like any male does. It's bullshit. It's complete bullshit. And as far as how long this has been going on for, this stigma has been going on for decades, and it's got to end.
Am I still wrong about this?
It's got to end.
Do your thing. I ain't mad. Dante's doing his thing over there, and I'm disturbing him. Oh, word. That's my son. Yes, Kangol's kids. Yes, T. Sean, AJ, Giovanni. Those are my sons, and they understand where I'm coming from because they know I've been there. I'm the guy who signed the permission slips for trips. I'm the guy who distributed the ass whippings when they needed it.
Yep.
And they're great kids, man. They're great men. They are grown men. And I've never had this issue before, man. This is just so crazy.
Well, welcome to the club that you never wanted to be part of.
How about that, right? How about that?
That's how it goes.
This dumbass club that I'm a member of now.
We don't even want to exist.
How can other people be part of
Message
the
the
club?
page. We have probably close to 2 or more than 300 volunteers at the moment. Regardless of what chapter you want to get involved in, I would say look up your state. If you're a state, if you're in Ohio, look up the Ohio Fathers' Rights Movement. If you're in another country, you're in Canada, look up the Canadian Fathers' Rights Movement, Australian Fathers' Rights Movement. We're pretty much all over the place. So message the page, send in a message, say you want to help, say you want to get involved, and one of our editors will definitely get with you, and we're looking for it. We're always looking for help.
And if any fathers out there have any questions, any legal issues, just maybe like 3 top 3 issues fathers deal with, just like short advice, not legal advice.
Yeah, top 3 issues fathers deal with. And how to deal with it. What advice do you have?
All right. Well, I would say a lot of it comes down to how you handle your ex. When you start going through family court, you have to realize a lot of times, or oftentimes, the person that you thought you knew, that you lived with for a long time, they're no longer that person. They're out for blood. and they're listening, and it's because a lot of times they're listening to the lawyers, and they're seeing what's going on with judge, and they're playing off the bias. And the idea is, or the concept is, if you're a lawyer, how do you make money? You keep that litigation going. So you're in, you're in the courtroom, and they keep telling you how you're not getting along, and that's the reason why we got to keep on litigating. But the reason why you may not be getting along is because the two lawyers are at each other's throats. So you want to try to get and to have that conversation before you get your lawyers, and hopefully you wouldn't need to get your lawyers. Stay out of the courtroom. That's the biggest thing I can tell you. If you can, by any means, just stay out of that courtroom. Other issues that go on is, I don't know, it all really relates back to, I feel like the biggest thing is communication. Communication is a big one, and then the entitlement. People feel like they're entitled, and it's you gotta put your kids first. Your kids come first, not you, not mom, not dad, the kids. And you just have to try to get into the mind frame of what's best for your kid, and just be rational. Don't come across angry. If you're in the courtroom, you come across angry for a father at least. That's the worst possible thing you can do. It's pretty much, you're done right there and then. So, if you need help, reach out, talk to us, and keep calm. And let's just get through the swamp. Go ahead.
Someone is asking, as other fathers outside of the African American community, what advice on how other fathers can support that community and how can we build that bridge?
We're right here, man.
Yeah, we're doing it right here. We're doing it right now. This is how it's done, man.
This is how we're doing it.
For real. You can't do this by yourself.
You gotta have the conversation's gotta be open.
Rap? Okay. Yeah, I hear you. He's like,
that was supposed to be a silent.
is that what that was? I'm new to this. No, I'm not. Yeah, man. Form an alliance, man. Find people who are going through this. I didn't know that, like I said, I was embarrassed about this. I didn't know that this existed, because just to tell someone, I'm her dad, but I'm not like legally her dad. Like, I don't even know how to start that conversation. So I was hoping that this could have been taken care of under wraps. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. This continued, and she's getting ready to go to school. And I'm like, nah, I want to be a part. I'm going to be a part. And so I reached out to these guys on, how do you do this? Because I'm told there's only one way, and that way ain't working. So
that's it. For a question that just came in, record everything. If you're dealing with narcissists, you want to just record everything and have all your proof, and don't react to any of the things that they may do that seem off or triggering. That's the best I can do for that one. But message the page. It's not just me. Like I said, there's hundreds of others. We have every Saturday, I believe, on the central page, we have a lawyer come on out of California, and he'll answer any of your legal questions that you may have. I'm not a lawyer, so I can't answer any legal questions. I just try to help everybody out on the social aspect of it from my experiences, and try to bring people on board that are going through it themselves, and the social experiences that they're having, and any advice that they're going to have. Kangel's going to be back in a month from now, and he's going to let us know how things went in court.
Sooner than that.
Yeah.
Look, the 28th is the court date. So I look forward to getting back to you guys real soon on this. And Thursday, you guys are presenting me with the
yes, sir.
What is that? The Influencer and Cultural Change Award.
Yes. Influencer and Cultural Change Award. I love how we both just.
I know, right?
Yeah, that was good. But that'll be on Thursday. That'll be on the New York page, not the Central page. So if you're not already, go hit the follow button on the New York Fathers' Rights Movement, and click on notifications so you're notified for the live video. It should be on around 11:30. And I
also noticed there's a bunch of questions there. Will you have someone go on this later and answer as much as this as possible?
We have people on right now that'll be answering these questions.
Nice.
So don't you worry. If your questions weren't answered yet, as soon as this live feed is off, there's going to be commentators there just going in and answering all your questions.
Nice. So I guess we're going to do what Dante said. The
Let's
producer over there, he's yelling to wrap it up. Again, I just want to say thank you, Rob. Thank you.
One more shout out to your page for anybody that didn't hear it when you
Yes,
first came on.
Yo Kangol on Instagram. That's YOKANGOL. And there's a lot going on with me. Please follow those that are fans from back in the day. Love to hear from you. If I made some new fans, please, I'd love to hear from you
You
as
like
well.
hip hop? You like watching some breakdancing? This guy does all that.
I've done
Get on
it all.
YouTube, look his name up, and we're gonna put this on YouTube as well. So
Alrighty. So again, thank you, Father's Rights Movement, and other movements like this. I mean, a lot of other movements have been hitting me up
Yeah.
and so on. Thank you for all of you guys' support, and I'm here for y'all now.
keep building those bridges. Have a good night, guys.